Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys another video. And this time we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 3 or Spider-Man No Way Home because the trailer finally dropped. Now, if you haven't been on Twitter, and I don't blame you there because it can be really bad, but everybody on film Twitter has been clamoring for this trailer to finally drop. It was said that it was going to be releasing at a film convention later on this year, but then I was saying, I posted something about this saying it's gonna leak. It's probably gonna leak, and then people were saying, no, it's not gonna leak, it's not gonna leak. It leaked, and now Sony was forced to release the trailer, and then we got this. And I usually don't condone leakage, but don't condone leakage. But whoever leaked the video, I'm glad they did because it forced Sony's hand, and now we have this glorious trailer. And I'm gonna gush about the trailer a little bit. This isn't gonna be like a trailer reaction or trailer review, trailer breakdown. I just want to talk about Spider-Man, and Spider-Man particularly in film, and how it has really impacted my life and why I'm such a big fan of Spider-Man the character. Now, like most of you guys, I grew up in the Fox Kid era, and Spider-Man was one of the TV shows on there. I love the Spider-Man animated series. Now, looking back at it as I've watched it recently, it's kind of cringe. Actually, no, it's not kind of, it is cringe. But that was my first really like a memory of really falling in love with the character Spider-Man, and just the character Spider-Man himself, Peter Parker, the man behind the mask. I really relate to that guy. I feel like, this is gonna sound cliche, like every other person in high school, they were bullied, they didn't fit in, they didn't feel like that. But I really resonated with Peter Parker's struggle because I kind of felt like I was like him. Kind of the kid that didn't really fit in, kind of like different things than everybody else in his class liked, and just kind of went on his own way. But he had like little quirky friends here and there. He befriends like a lizard guy. he has his friend with Aunt May and everything and all that stuff. And he gets with the love of his life, who is someone that is way out of his league. And I feel that. I resonate with that because I too got with somebody that was way out of my league. So having that connection with a character, I was really happy and surprised when they announced that they were going to make a live action version of Spider-Man on the big screen. And that was Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and I was hyped. I didn't care if it was Tobey Maguire and he looked like 35 years old and he's supposed to be playing a high school kid. I didn't care because Spider-Man was gonna be on the big screen. And I gotta say, when I saw that first movie in the theaters, on that big screen, I was in awe. I was even more in love with Spider-Man than I was already. And it was cool because during that time, there wasn't really a lot of comic book movies. Nowadays, people say that they have comic book fatigue. And I kind of get that, especially if you're just watching Marvel stuff, because the Marvel, now we're in phase 4, if you know what that even means. If you don't, then I don't blame you because this Marvel stuff has been going on for a long time. We're in phase 4, and I feel like I've said this in other videos, I just feel like the Marvel Cinematic Universe is really inaccessible to casual fans and just people that just seen a couple movies here and there and just want to pop back in. You can't really do that with the MCU right now because you have to watch so much content to understand what's going on in the next movie. I feel like origin stories might be a little bit different, like Shang-Chi that's coming out pretty soon. I really want to watch that one. I feel like you can just jump into that one. But stuff like Spider-Man No Way Home, if you watch this trailer, you probably don't know what the hell is going on if you haven't watched any of the other Spider-Man films or any of the other MCU stuff. Not only do you have to know about the MCU stuff, you have to know about the Sony Spider-Man stuff, especially if you're watching this trailer. Because we got some really big Easter eggs and callbacks from the old Spider-Man movies. Not just the Sam Raimi one, but we also got the Mark Webb Spider-Man stuff in here. I mean, there's like hints of Electro, Jamie Foxx's Electro in here. We have the Sandman from Sam Raimi's one in here. And then the biggest reveal of all, I know Doc Ock is in here, that's cool too, but the biggest reveal for me is seeing Green Goblin's freaking pumpkin bomb bounce onto the freeway. That got me so excited for this movie. And if you've been following it like I have, like a crazy person, you know that they have pretty much been hinting that all these characters are going to be coming together. You're probably asking, why the hell are they all coming together? Well, Doctor Strange wanted to help a brother out, and he wanted to make sure that Peter Parker's identity wouldn't be known by anybody else. Because in the last movie, spoilers, I guess everything is spoilers what I'm talking about, his identity was revealed by Mysterio, one of the villains in that film, and now everybody knows who Peter Parker is. He's Spider-Man. But now there's some multiverse stuff going on, and now it looks like from the trailer that there's going to be different versions of different characters from other Spider-Man films coming into this one. Now, the big question that people have is this going to be actual, like the actual characters from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, from Mark Webb's Spider-Man, coming into John Watts' Spider-Man films? I don't think that's necessarily going to be true. It's going to have the same actors that played those characters in those films, but I think they're going to go the Loki route because Loki introduced us to variants. And I think that we're going to be seeing variant versions of those characters. So you're going to have William Dafoe as the Green Goblin, but he's in the MCU, but he's a variant of the Green Goblin that's in the Sony universe. This stuff is all complicated and I don't really explain it very well, so there's a whole bunch of other videos that you can watch that do breakdowns and everything. I recommend that you go check out Chris from 3C Films. He does an excellent video on that one, so definitely go check that out if you want to know some more breakdown of like the multiverse and all that stuff. But coming back to why I think this is going to be such an important movie for Spider-Man fans in general, I just feel like this movie is just going to be a combination, a culmination, if you will, of everything that us as Spider-Man films have gone through and experienced through our spider journey. You're going to have stuff from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man in here. You're going to have stuff from the Andrew Garfield, Mark Webb Spider-Man in here. I know some people don't really want to talk about that one. I enjoyed some aspects of that franchise. And then of course we got the John Watts, Tom Holland Spider-Man all mixing together. Now the big hope that we all have is that we're going to see all three Spider-Men together. And that, to me, just the idea of that is just, it's just like, it just brings a big old smile on my face because like I said, I grew up with these characters and each iteration of Peter Parker just adds a new layer to the character. You have Tobey Maguire, who is like the oldest one, not just like actual age, but like he's the oldest Spider-Man. He's gone through college. He goes try to get an apartment in New York. He has like a really dead-end job. And you can relate to that struggle, especially nowadays. And Andrew Garfield's iteration of Peter Parker dealt a little bit more into the relationship aspect of having a relationship with somebody as well as being a superhero and what kind of responsibilities that takes. And then you have Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man, who is the youngest one, and he's just a kid. A kid having superpowers, having that responsibility and that weight of the world on your shoulders. Just those stories, all those stories together, you can relate to in different stages of your life. And that's another thing that I love about Spider-Man is just he's so relatable even as you age. So yeah, guys, I'm just excited about this movie. I know this isn't really a trailer breakdown or a review or a reaction or anything. I just want to talk about Spider-Man and the No Way Home trailer and how excited I am. Of course, I'm going to do a review on this movie when it eventually comes out, but I just want to sit here with some fellow Spidey fans. And if you're not a Spider-Man fan, maybe I can, convince you to go check out some Spider-Man stuff. There's really awesome comic books. You don't have to feel overwhelmed by the amount of Spider-Man books that there is. Just choose one. Miles Morales. I love Miles Morales too. Choose Miles Morales and get into that one. But I highly encourage you to go and seek out whatever form of media for Spider-Man, whether that be an animated TV show or the movies. But I just feel like he's a superhero for everybody that everybody can relate to and just resonate with. But guys, I know that this was a little bit of a different video, just me just gushing over Spider-Man No Way Home. Looks so good, guys. And I know there's some like Discord online about like, Doctor Strange, why can he be that stupid to mess with the multiverse? I mean, for me, I look at it as in the first film, he already established that he was a cocky asshole. Yeah, he kind of like rectified that, or he grew up a little bit that he wasn't a cocky asshole, but he's still cocky. I mean, he saved half the universe and he's kind of like feeling himself now. He's like, hey, I can do whatever I want. That's how I see it. Another theory is like, it's actually Mephisto yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff going on. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are on the No Way Home trailer. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Are you tired of the MCU? I don't blame you if you are. Or are you excited for Phase 4 and beyond? And guys, also don't forget to check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And remember, guys, keep watching movies.